Everyone, how's it going? Today we are going to talk about lights in our little series on how we built this awesome shop. And lights is probably one of the most frequently talked about topics when it comes to detailers, detailing shops, clear brush shops, and paint correction. For us, we have a couple different setups, and it's all automated with our iPads and with Amazon Alexa and our Echo Dot that is here in the shop, as is all of our electronics here are automated by that. So I'm going to dive into our different types of lights and temperature settings on the lights and brightness and how we control it and how it impacts our ability to conduct paint correction and how it impacts our ability to do clear bra. So join us here, we're going to show you everything. So the first thing I want to talk about briefly is how we control our lights. And we control them through Alexa, as I said. Now I have multiple iPads throughout the shop. There's two there. There's one under the AC unit. There's one over by the refrigerator. And these control most of our lights individually using smart plugs. Now we have two types of lights in here. We have our standard LED setup, which is what is on right now. And that is, I think they are at 6,000 Kelvin lights. They're all, cheap Amazon stuff, links in the description. We use this setup primarily if we just need max brightness. There's a few 100,000 lumens of light in here. And so we use this especially for clear bra PPF. Now what we also do is we have a different set of lights, and these are ScanGrip lights. Now these are a lot more expensive. These are $400 a light, and those are the circular ones that are square housing but circular lights, and you'll see there's two on each wall. And we use those primarily for paint enhancement, paint correction, and polishing. And I'm going to show you why we do that right now. So come take a look. This is a good opportunity because of the car that we have in the shop. You see here is a Mercedes with some oxidation on the hood. It's definitely swirled up. You can see they have a car wash sticker. That's okay. They're not going to go through the car wash anymore. And you can see, on camera, definitely with this lighting setup, it is obvious that it is swirled up. But I'm going to show you the difference when we use the ScanGrip lights, and then afterwards I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is. We're going to turn on the ScanGrip lights here, all of them, and they're set to 5500 Kelvin right now, which is midday sunlight setting. And for a lighter color car, you could go up to 6500 Kelvin, which is a little bit more blue. But for this, we're fine on a dark colored vehicle. Now look how much worse the hood looks at using these ScanGrip lights at 5500 Kelvin. Now it didn't look great before, but you can see it's much easier to see the defects, and that is why we use the ScanGrips when we're doing correction. All right, but we're back, and you can see we've completed half the hood here, and you can still see all the defects from the 55 Kelvin setting on the ScanGrip, the oxidation, the scratches, and you see how good to go we are here. And if you recall, it was somewhat hidden, the defects were somewhat hidden at the 6,000 setting, as well as the fact that we had sort of too many lights, too many regular Home Depot type lights, shop lights. And so we can control these ScanGrips. They have a Bluetooth app, and I mentioned this before. They have a Bluetooth app. We have them controlled here by Alexa. Something I'd like to mention is from Bluetooth, you can only connect and control 4 at a time. And we really have 9, 8 plus 1 on a tripod over there that we can move around wirelessly. So I have these split up into groups, this side of the shop and that side of the shop. And, I stand sort of on that side or this side to connect to the Bluetooth and adjust the color temperature setting. So that is a bit of a limitation. That's the only way to control them, the color temperature from an app remotely. This only controls whether they're on or off because they're all connected to smart plugs. But if you want to actually control that, you either got to do it through the app, or you got to do it through the app in a group setting, but they can only do 4. And then some bug, I guess you could call it, that I've seen occasionally is if I change something in a software setting, say like I lower the temperature of the lights or raise the temperature of the lights, and then I shut the system off using a smart plug and, you know, turn it back on again, it might not always save those settings. So it's just something to be aware of. It always saves the setting from hardware button pushes on the back, but not always software. You can see I did the roof, half the roof, half the trunk so far on this car here. So these are a big help for us. This, you know, 5500 Kelvin again is midday sun, and so that's probably the worst you can get. That's probably the worst the car will ever look, is what you're seeing right here. You know, the corrected side will be the worst you'll ever see, because we're putting it out into the sun without having to back it out of the shop every time. And that's the benefit of these ScanGrips. And I mentioned it earlier, but I'll repeat it again. If you have a lighter colored car, you might get even better results if you bump the ScanGrip up to 6500 Kelvin. And the ScanGrips are in 1000 Kelvin measurements, 1 through 6, and it's 2500, 35, 45, 55, and 65. I might have did the math incorrectly there, but those are the settings, 2500 through 6500 Kelvin. And, you know, again, 5500 Kelvin is closest to midday sun. And so if you've ever pulled a car out and, you know, you thought you got everything, but you didn't, but you saw it in the sun, you know, that's why these ScanGrips are important. They're specifically designed for this. And you can even get some handheld versions. It's Meguiar's Sunlight 3, but it's powered by ScanGrip. And they have some other options too. They, like ScanGrip brand themselves, they also have the headlamps and all kind of stuff. But you can see here, the Sunlight 3 is powered by ScanGrip. So same thing, you can change the color temperature on the back as well as the brightness level. So these are great. We have 2 of these. It's magnetic, and you know, you can kind of sit those up as well if you're either mobile or just trying to inspect a specific spot. But we like to be lazy and keep everything in one spot. So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you see why we use these ScanGrip lights. It's really important. Lighting is probably one of the biggest things that will save you time and money. Nothing worse than doing what you think is a perfect job only to get it out into the sun and realize that it's not. So I hope that helps. Tune in for more videos. We're going to be doing a lot more. And if you have any video suggestions, if you saw something in this video that you liked and you want us to talk about it, you know, please let me know.